So, our top story this morning, President Moon Jae-in's team of special envoys is travelling to Pyongyang for talks on the upcoming inter-Korean summit set for this month, as well as the regime's denuclearization. The delegation is comprised of the same 5 officials who visited the North Korean capital around 6 months ago, and they have been credited for playing a key role in bringing all the different sides back to the table after months of rising tensions back then. Let's speak to our Shin Se-min, who's following this story from South Korea's top office for us. Semin, the delegation departed for Pyongyang just after dawn this morning. What, if anything, do we know about their trip thus far?
Right, Mark, the South Korea's presidential envoy and his delegation of 4 other officials left for the North Korean capital of Pyongyang at 7:40 a.m. Korea time, and the clock just struck a little after 10, meaning, and so that's the general consensus here, is that the envoys have already arrived in the North Korean capital, but the presidential office has yet to confirm on their arrival just yet. And prior to their departure this morning at the Seoul Air Base, the envoys were tight-lipped, not saying a word to reporters upon their departure. And about their schedule for the day-long trip, there's nothing much we know at this point, not even the time of arrival to South Korea, as the special envoy Chung Eui-yong told reporters yesterday that most of the details will stay under wraps until they actually land in North Korean capital. But despite those unknowns, South Korea's presidential office is known to have carefully coordinated today's trip. For one, the same 5 members, as you just have mentioned, left today, visited Pyongyang for 2 days in March, which planted the seed for North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's respective summits with South Korean President Moon Jae-in and U.S. President Donald Trump. And South Korea's top office says it wants this visit today to go as smoothly as it did back in March.
Well, we wish them all the best. It's always tough to get any kind of concrete commitment out of the North Koreans, especially on denuclearization, as we've seen over the past few weeks. However, the diplomatic landscape has changed beyond recognition since these same South Korean officials last travelled to Pyongyang in March, and we are really hoping that this trip will be just as successful as the last.
Right, that's the goal, Mark. The South Korean special envoy left for Pyongyang with an ambitious agenda to work out the impasse over North Korea's denuclearization. And that exact word was said by the special envoy Chung yesterday at the top office as he was speaking to reporters about his plans to, quote, completely denuclearize North Korea, as well as settling and implementing the lasting peace in the region. Listen to this.
As President Moon said before, this is an extremely important time in terms of establishing peace on the Korean peninsula. Peace in the region and complete denuclearization go hand in hand.
So 3 major things we can expect from today from the envoys. 1, settling on the specific date and agenda for the inter-Korean summit in Pyongyang this month and negotiating ways for a complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula. And lastly, talking about improving relations between the 2 Koreas by implementing the Panmunjom Declaration signed by the leaders back in April. Now, the special envoy Chung added that he will be carrying a letter from President Moon Jae-in to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, but it still remains unclear whether he will be delivering that letter himself to North Korean leader Kim. Mark?